on the previous episode.
Another sneaky investment. Will Fuller was 900 to a mil yesterday, as we saw in the video. I was able to pick one up for 750k. He went all the way down to 720. He is kind of... What is up, YouTube? Episode 65 of the No Money Spent Thursday. A little slower day in terms of the market. Of course, we only get limiteds, but we did get a most feared reveal. My most feared market video will be out in a couple hours. I'm just basically waiting for the last of the limited and the last hero card to get revealed before we dive into that. But let's hop into the content today. Deion Jones being the limited card. And I think the theme of the limiteds today is gonna be like bad timing, right? We got Isaiah Simmons yesterday, and he's just a better version of Deion Jones, and he's way cheaper. Deion Jones, one less speed. He does hit the zone coverage, so Falcons team, he's really good. But in terms of like price wise, just get Isaiah Simmons. He's taller, faster, and then same with Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett is a good receiver, right? But Will Fuller just came out 2 days ago, and he has +1 speed, better deep route running. He's just a little bit better card of Tyler Lockett. But that is going to make Tyler Lockett's price much cheaper. He's 700k right now. I think Deion Jones is about 600. I expect tomorrow, because they will still be in packs for most feared, these cards will be probably the cheapest limited time cards we've seen all year. I'm guessing Tyler Lockett to be 400k and Deion Jones like 350. So we're probably going to pick him up in terms of investments. Now let's go into some like squad update, team updates. Yesterday, I remember we sold Michael Vick limited. We picked up a Josh Allen kind of on a little snipe for 220k. Now, I don't think I'm going to keep Josh Allen. I think I've made up my mind that I am going to get Dan Marino, because I won. His release is basically like Gunslinger with the Aaron Rodgers release, and then I get Hot Route Master as well as the Raiders theme. Just gives me more creativity on my actual team to get other cards that are non-Raiders. The good thing about Raiders, and you see why we did end up powering up Will Fuller, he ends up being a beast. 96 speed on our team. We do not have the ultimate kickoff glitch strat card, so we can't get him up to 97 speed, but 96 speed for Will Fuller. I am planning on keeping him for a little bit while. I was really happy that the Lockett came out with less speed than Will Fuller. Basically made Will Fuller's price hold at around 800 to 850, so it's looking like at least we're going to make profit on the investment. We also do finish the KGB set, and we are going to be powering up KGB, but that also means we're going to be getting rid of Charles Haley. And as you see, we did try to sell La'el Collins. We had him up for one. We were trying to sell him for 1.1, then went down to 1 mil 75k. He ends up selling at 1 mil 47k. Now, why did I sell La'el Collins? Now, if you remember, we bought him for 760k about 2 weeks ago or 2.5 weeks ago when Team Diamonds were out on that Sunday night, when I made a bunch of squad upgrades for this. We do have to sell Charles Haley. But in terms of La'el Collins, now, I know Redux is right. 91 Reduxes are going to come out. I've already came out. 92 Reduxes are going to come out, I believe, in 2 weeks. I think I've planned it to where it's basically when the limited time cards and the team of the weeks go +1 overall on these set cards. So when, like, limiteds right now are 93. When they go to 94 and it's in a 4-week span, which will be in 2 Fridays, we should get 92 Reduxes, as well as I kind of just wanted to get rid of La'el Collins, as you see, sold, because I believe we're probably going to be getting a right tackle legend or most feared card in the next 2 weeks, and I don't want to get caught with La'el Collins. Like, if a 91 plus right tackle basically drops, he's going to go down to probably like 600k. So I'm just going to take, it's like ends up being about 200k profit, or a little over 200k profit for La'el Collins to use him for over 2.5 weeks. We also do power up KGB. The only card we don't power up is Josh Allen, because kind of my mindset that I was getting Dan Marino pretty much. But in terms of the Gridiron Guardian missions, remember I was talking about, like, I was going to finish, I did finish them last night, and they actually expired this morning at 10 o'clock, so we're kind of lucky. I thought they expired tonight or Friday morning at 10, but they expired this morning, so I'm lucky. I got them done basically in the middle of the night. We ended up just picking a Mark Cooper. I actually quick sell them and roll some heavy weights. Did not have the best of luck, but I hope you guys finished your missions for Gridiron Guardians, because that mission tab is going to, well, it already has expired. But in terms of the market, now what have I done? Like, what's in my binder? What have I sold the Marquise Browns for? And you're going to see the coin total is up to 7.7 mil, and I believe we have one in this, at least in this clip, we have one Marquise Brown still selling, but we do have 3 Miles Austins that I'm trying to get about 300k for. Yesterday I was getting a lot of comments or questions like, when should I sell my 88 team of the weeks, or I've sold mine. Now I know we're kind of like worried, paranoid that most heroes come out. I don't know if I showed this in a clip, but Derrick Henry I picked up, I believe, either 2 nights ago or last night. I picked him up for 86k. It was really late. I didn't have the clip, so I don't know if I told you guys in the last episode. I forgot, but he did get announced as a most feared hero, and his card is at about 150k. I'm going to hold on to him because I saw what Jalen Ramsey's price did actually when the set came out. Jalen Ramsey still spiked up an extra 100k after that initial inflation. So I'm going to hold on to Derrick Henry for right now. But in terms of Marquise Browns, what should I sell? Now, I'm always for this. I'm really patient with my Marquise Browns. I even kept about 20 overnight. But in terms of what you should be selling your 88 team for, basically the longer the night goes on, the cards just keep getting less and less and less put on the market. Now, it gets a little harder to sell later at night, but you need to be, I'm always saying this, be really patient with your Marquise Browns. Now, I technically, right, I buy 100 of these 88 Team of the Weeks. I should be the one that is rushing to get the cards out because I have so many. If you guys have, like, let's say 10 to, like, 30, be really, really patient with your Marquise Browns or your 88 or your Team of the cards in general. Be really patient with selling, because if you sell them for, let's say, just an extra 2,000 more, I mean, if you have 30 cards, that's 2,000 more, that's 60,000 coins extra profit. For me, it's 100 cards. If I sell 100 cards at 2,000 coins more, if I wait like an hour or two, it's 200k more. But in terms of looking at an updated team, because we are going to have a gameplay today, we pretty much just upgraded with the Team of the Week cards. We're waiting for Most Feared, really. I should be at about 8.5 mil. We made quite a lot, easily over a mil from the Team of the Week investments. I mean, we easily got probably 25% back what we put in, which was, I believe, 5 mil in total. But this is going to be, if you are a fan of competitive gameplay, I am playing Afghan Mamba. If you remember back one of my first videos ever, in terms of Weekend League, we played Afghan Mamba in a Weekend game. He is a top 100 player. He easily gets 20 plus wins every single week. I don't really finish Weekend League that much anymore, but this is going to be a highly competitive game. But he is in the black Raiders unis. I am in the white. Now, I am working on basically not running the Raiders uniforms, because I think it's boring when everyone has Raiders uniforms. I need a couple more Raiders players, and then I can basically choose whatever uniform stadium combo I want. So put in the comments if you have a request for uniforms and stadiums, because I like running a bunch of different teams. I like keeping it fresh in terms of, like, just running different uniforms. I don't like to get stale running the same uniforms the entire year. But hopping into this gameplay, he's going to run his own version of bunch. We're going to stay in 3-3-5 wide defense. I'm in the process of moving to that 2-4-5 odd defense. I just am so used to 3-3-5 wide, and I'm so good with my adjustments and timings of when to send blitzes, and I know what works and what doesn't. 2-4-5, I'm really, like, just not completely comfortable in it yet. But we're also finally figuring out what we love about the Seattle offensive playbook. I'm really looking, you're going to see this play a lot. It's basically a trail post play where the left receiver or the single side receiver is going to run a deep post. I'll put a running back on a wheel route, tight end on delay fade. I used to not run a lot of tight end delay fades, but I think it's just necessary. Like, I know it's kind of like I mean, you're not, like, it's not appreciated that everyone's, but the tight end delay fades, the problem with that doesn't make him good, right? It's one, you can time whenever you want to release him, but it's the blocking part of it. If someone is sending a blitz at a 3-3-5 wide, if you just put a delay fade on your tight end, you pretty much pick up the blitz. 2-4-5, it's a little hard to pick up the blitz with the delay fade, but I'm really starting to love the Seattle playbook in terms of just deep bombs. I felt like I was really limited, right, in the Eagles and Colts offensive playbook and gun bunch offset. It's pretty much flood, verticals, and PA double post. In terms of Seattle, I have so many more deep bombs that really attack all different types of coverage, right? I have a cover 2 beater, cover 3 beater, even cover 4 beaters. In terms of Seattle, as you see, that was a help. I think that was by Mike Haynes on a corner out. He was actually in a cloud flat. I don't know why cloud flats are at, like, the 25-yard zone drops kind of always drift to the middle, and then they always come back late to the sideline. It just matters, do you get the animation basically on the interception? But it's going to be 7-7 right now. I did kick off to start the game, got our stop and interception. You see Josh Allen. This is kind of the game, honestly, that made me think, like, I think I need Dan Marino. Josh Allen is missing a lot of, I know I'm not the best in terms of, like, throwing the ball deep. I always get caught on my back foot. Josh Allen is really missing a lot of deep throws. So I think I'm just going to pick up Dan Marino. Probably either in a couple hours when they announce the end of the rest of the Most Feared Part 1 cards, and maybe he gets it down to 800k, or tomorrow. I'll definitely be buying him either tonight or tomorrow early in the morning. But Josh Allen is probably going to get sold. I hopefully get 250k. But you see Will Fuller, I just threw that pass late on the streak. Will Fuller hasn't. He had a step on Charles Woodson. I just threw it a little too late. I'm not the best at throwing deep streaks, so I'm not used to them. But when you have these receivers with 95, 96, 97 speed, I need to get better at timing and throwing the right type of pass on the streaks, because it is important. And you're going to see another cover 2 interception, this time by Jalen Ramsey. I really wasn't running cover 2 all game. It was pretty much cover 3, and I would send either a blitz or I'd play max coverage. I ran cover 2 probably 5 times, and it resulted in 2 interceptions. So maybe I should start running cover 2 more. But I do like to save it for those third down type of plays, catch our opponent off guard. But you see, we're going to be running a lot of this. I mean, this play is so good. You have basically, we've thrown to every receiver basically on this play in terms of you have the deep left post, the wheel route, and on the right side you have a high-low combo with a flat route and a corner route. The really only receiver I never threw to was the flat route, and then safety option, you have your tight end delay fade. But you see this, if you see 14-7, right? You see the play clock goes down. I was getting this a bunch yesterday in squads as well as just head-to-head. My, like, game was freezing after I made, like, 2 adjustments on, like, this happened multiple times. You're going to see I got another delay game, and instead of, like, basically going for a touchdown, I just wanted to run the ball and click and basically have a play, because if I caught another delay game, I would have kicked for grieving. So I pretty much had to settle for 3. Should have been up 21-7, which would have been really good in the fourth quarter. We're just going to settle, go 17-7. But this is when this game gets crazy. On his first play, after giving up a field goal, Jerry Rice is going to make Mike Haynes just a CPU. Spin move, jukes him down to the 17, and in 2 plays, he's going to make this a 3-point game. The pressure is back on me. He does only have 2 timeouts, so it's really 2.5, 3 first downs really to ice this game. We're going to hit Cordero Patterson to start. I think we're going to hit Cordero Patterson again just on the check down. Now we're going to have the quick slant. I never really run that. Put the outside guy in a quick slant, got just behind that cloud flat zone. And we're going to keep running with Cordero Patterson. I have Polar Elite on my left guard, so when you see me run the ball, pretty much always running to the right because Alan Fanico will have that Polar Elite in terms of that ability. I pretty much follow his block everywhere I go. But 2nd and 10, we're kind of going to get stuck. This ain't weekend league. This is head-to-head season. This was actually trying to get the missions done. I needed rushing TDs pretty much, but I got sacked there. I probably could have kept running the ball and icing the game, but I wanted to get the first down. 4th and 9 now. Really gonna have nothing open. He played man coverage on the left side or match, and then on the right side he had a high-low Maple with the tight end, so everything was box pretty much. And I'm just gonna try to force it, and unfortunately Trayvon Diggs is gonna make the interception. Not only that, he is going to take it for 6. I'm actually gonna, I get juked once, but I let him score at the end. So down 4, 50 seconds left, but we have all 3 timeouts in the first play again. I think if Josh Allen just makes the throw, that is a touchdown. But 2nd and 10, we're going to start checking down to Cordero Patterson a lot. We're going to take our 8 yards, call our time out. We need a touchdown here. A field goal does nothing. Wheel route this time to Cordero Patterson. It's going to get out of bounds. And now we're in nuke territory. We are in bomb territory. And we see cover 2. Now the left corner just kind of let Will Fuller go. And we're going to bullet lead outside. The safety bites on the pass and misses the deflection. And we're just going to take Will Fuller and get down to the 1. And now I'm going to fast forward it. I thought he went out of bounds. I saw the clock pause at 27 for about 3 seconds. I go on my phone after I click this play, and I look up, and I see the clock at 9 seconds. I'm like, oh, shit. Luckily, I'm able to get in the end zone. But this was actually a really, really fun game. Probably should have won by a lot more. Ended up choking, but then we went on a great money drive versus a quality opponent. It still shows. I like it. Like, it's a reassurance. Like, I still am a pretty good Madden player. When you beat top 100 players that you know are consistently doing good in weekend league, and I don't really play competitively that much. Like, I'm not putting 50 games a week to learn the meta, to learn the new glitchy stuff. Really, I'm played like 10 games a week. I watch W play Madden every weekend on his No Money Spent, and that's my like practice to learn the new meta and learn the adjustments on defense and offense. But that's gonna be all for this episode. I know it was a little shorter. There's a gameplay, but a little shorter in terms of the market. Huge day tomorrow for Most Feared. Today's the last day, by the way, to enter the Xbox coin giveaway. There's only like 8 people, so you have a good probably 10% chance to enter. The details will be in the instructions will be in the details of this video. Most Feared Market Monday video will be out in probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. You're probably gonna be watching it late Thursday night or Friday morning in terms of when you watch it. But that's been all for this episode 65 of the No Money Spent. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment, of course, if you have any questions. And until next time, peace.